Welcome to Tarot Parlor, beautiful spirits. Your intuition brought you here today because there is a message that you really need for your week ahead. The universe has something very important to share, and your guides are here and want you to be ready to receive it. So let's take a moment to ground and center ourselves by taking a deep breath in and exhale. This isn't just any Sunday, this is your turning point. The energy this week is shifting in a way that could open up new doors, heal old wounds, and bring clarity where you have felt lost. So whether you're seeking guidance, reassurance, or a gentle nudge forward, this reading is meant to find you right now. In front of you, you'll see three beautiful options. Pile 1 has the green aventurine crystal. Pile 2 has the blue celestite crystal, and pile 3 has the lavender jade. Take a moment, trust your intuition, and pick one of these three piles. Now pause the video if you need to, and then come back here for your personal message from Spirit for your week ahead. And if you're ready, let's dive into your week ahead, pile by pile. Timestamps are down below, so you can jump straight to your selection. If you feel called, choose more than one pile. Listen to both videos. Sometimes our guides have extra messages for us. So this will be pile 1, pile 2, pile 3. Timestamps are below. If you chose pile 1, then this is your reading. You've got the green aventurine crystal, a super powerful all-purpose stone for money, wealth, family, prosperity, health, and abundance. This stone is a super power stone. I absolutely love it. It works wonders. So it will give you luck as well. So it encompasses all the embodiment of green and earth. It's so wonderful. Also, it's great for adventuring out on your own and having success with prosperity. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at your rune card for today. Your rune card shows a butterfly and a cocoon. Okay, and this rune is Dagaz. Dagaz is what you have right there. And as you can see, it often represents like that morning breakthrough of sunrise. Okay, when you think the night has been at its darkest, here comes sunrise. This is the tipping point. Okay, when your scale is at a balance. Okay, so let me just show you this. When your scale is at that balance point and it needs to tip, or you think it's leveled off and that's where it is, and then all of a sudden you get your tipping point. That's what you've got here. You know, when you think the cocoon is the final ending, and then all of a sudden you have your breakthrough, you come out with these gorgeous wings. So this is your motivation, higher spirit message for your whole reading. So let's see what else comes through for you today. Dagaz. Good one. These will be at the end. Okay, so this is a Native American deck, and I have used this only a couple of times. So I'll tell you, the cards are very true to Rider-Waite, but the images are new to me because there is a creative take on the artwork here. So it's going to take me a minute maybe to resonate with some of these cards. So be patient with me, but we're going to get you your reading. So let's see, Sunday. You got the 6 of victory. Woo-hoo! So this would be, since it's sharp pointy things and arrows, this is going to be like your 6 of swords. No, I think this is the 6 of wands. So you're going to have a victory. Okay, so you're going to be recognized, awarded some kind of recognition for something that you've achieved. And this is also warranting good news of success. So you've achieved a success right now, and that's how you're starting your week. Happy Sunday. Let's see what Monday holds for you. You got the 5 of stress. Woo! Okay, so this is going to be some bickering that's going on. Let me see if I can really show you. There's some hands holding some fire sticks there, right? So they got the fire sticks It looks like the lightning has brought the fire about and everyone's arguing over the fire. So there's going to be some fighting over creativity and who's in charge of the skills and the creative endeavor. So don't let that spoil your creative mode and where you had planned to go with it. Just because people are bickering about control over it doesn't mean that you still can't run with it. Okay? Just wait, leave it alone. They're going to simmer down. Don't feed the fire. That's the message of this one. Don't feed the fire of the conflicts about the creative endeavors right now. Of any oppositions. Don't feed it. So that's Sunday, Monday. We got Tuesday. 4 of completion. Okay, so these are the white sage bundles, and you've got 1 for each direction there. Also, 1 for each corner of the medicine wheel. Okay, so you're clearing each element in your medicine wheel right now. And that's super awesome because your medicine wheel is what sustains you. It's what brings you abundance, life, and fertility. So you're clearing out all the bad energies and juju or past that in all the elements of your life, the 4 corners of your life that have not served you. And that's perfect for this time of year as well. So yeah, that's what you're going to be doing on Tuesday. And you're going to be feeling pretty good. Once you do this clearing, you're going to be feeling pretty good because you're going to be uplifted by spirit. Wednesday, we've got the 3 of fire and integrity. So there's going to be some teamwork coming in for you. So after all of this, if you heed this warning and don't feed the fire, don't feed the chaos and the arguments, then you're going to be having a lot of teamwork. Commerce is going to be moving forward and you will have expansion, and you may even have some travel for work or to help you with your creative endeavors. So pretty cool. And Saturday, we've got the 2 of fire, which is will. Okay, so with this one, you're at a crossroads. Okay, so you've had this message that you got a balance point. A crossroads can be like a balance point as well, as you can see. So you've got 4 directions you could take, actually. 2 directions, but they could split up into many others. You're at that point to where you're seeing which path you can take. I think you've got something very creative going on here. So it's in your business, it's in your artistic endeavor, whatever it is, it's something that could lead to a lot of prosperity for you. And with this crossroads, you're being guided to take the lead on this one. I get you've got help coming in. I get you've got people that want their way. I get that you have things to consider from the past, but you're supposed to clear that, be supported, and be the one leading the way. Listen to it. Apply what is good, of course, what comes in for you that's supportive and good, but you've got to be the one that takes the reins on this and decide what direction to go. And that's what you're going to be doing on Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Oh, Thursday. That's what you're going to be doing on Thursday. Friday, we've got the Ace of Fire. So you've got a brand new energy coming in that's going to help support the choice that you've made here on Thursday. And this brand new energy is going to give you new life, new fire, and it's going to be that kind of fire or passion where you're so dedicated to your creative endeavor that there's no stopping you. You're not going to have a UFO, one of those unidentified flying those unfinished objects. You're not going to have an unfinished object here because you've got a fire coming in to fuel your passion and your dedication to finishing this project. So if you follow what's laid out here for you by Spirit, you're going to do great. You're going to finish this project. You're going to see it to fruition. Okay, so that's Friday. Saturday, we've got Father of Water. So this is a great one. This is like the King of Cups. Okay, so you've got a wonderful flow of positive family love, relationship love, even work love, friendship, compassion, humanity coming in. You're doing a lot of success. You've achieved a lot of success in your relationships at this point. You've even learned to feed the soul of those that are around you that uplift you. So that's what this is saying, is that you're going to be in that position, okay? On Saturday, take the lead and do some emotional support to those that you lead in your family and those around you. So that's your week ahead. Let's see some other hidden messages that we need to learn. So let me go over this really quick, okay? So you're going to have a really good success on Sunday. You're going to either feel it or you're going to know that you're achieving a success. You'll be awarded a victory, or you'll just know. In other words, you'll get all those new subscribers on YouTube. You'll achieve new goals at this point. You're going to achieve something great. Bickering's going to come in over that creative force. You're not going to feed it, okay? You're not going to feed any of that at all. You're going to let it burn out. You're not going to add any fire to it. Then you're going to do some clearing after all that energy, and you're going to replenish your soul with all the directions of your life being cleared. Then you're going to have some creative forces that come in, at least 2 or 3 friends that are going to come in and be really supportive of what you're doing. Okay, they want to support you emotionally here. With that, you're going to apply that support where you think it needs to go, not where they think it needs to go, where you think it needs to go, and move forward in a decision. That's going to bring you a passion, a fiery passion. So you're going to have to do the search. You're going to have to take a good look into what direction to take. And once you do, you're going to really be fired up to complete these projects. And once this week is done, you need to settle it out with getting together with family and doing some emotional support to those that have supported you. Okay? Now, what we need to know, what's coming in, what else do we need to know? Okay, these are like dream cards, okay? So they're kind of like dream things. Stranded. Okay, so you are completing a state of your creative forces where you have felt stranded. There's your big idea. You're trying to get it anchored somewhere. The whole ship is built. It's ready to fly, basically. It's ready to float or fly, and you can't get it anchored. But you're going to, okay? You're going to. But that's where you're at right now. To get there, you're going to have to listen. The way to do that is get into a meditative state, especially, before handling this. Get into that meditative state, get quiet, think of being out in nature, whatever it is where you like to ground and center yourself with the universe, and just be quiet and listen. You're going to get a message from Spirit, even without this reading, when you do this. And it's going to be very powerful for you. It's going to bring you some liberty through this meditation. Okay, you're going to get a lot of liberty. And that liberty, where you have felt like you're in a cage, you're going to see that you're really not. That it might just be a shelter. Wow, what an epiphany. So what you think is a cage right now, you might actually discover is a protective shelter for you. And these people that are around you that you kind of feel constricted by, caged up by, really do love you to the moon and back. Okay, it says it right there, to the moon and back. Sometimes we don't feel it when we're trying to birth that creative idea and we feel stranded, but it's there for you. That love is there for you. Take this as a tiny triumph, okay? Learning this knowledge about this today. Take this as a tiny triumph, and this is going to be the anchor that you needed. This triumph, this little triumph, is your anchor. And with it, you're going to be the gardener, and you're going to be able to grow and produce a harvest that is very fulfilling. Okay? So that's your message for the week ahead. Be blessed. Okay, so if you chose pile 2, this is your reading. You've got the celestite crystal for your reading this week. This is a very pale blue, pastel blue crystal. It resonates with those higher realms of angels. So it's like a messenger. If you meditate with this crystal, you can get your messages immediately from your angels. You've got an open network to heaven with this crystal. So pretty cool. Very powerful, very protective energy. Okay, so let's start with your rune card. And your rune is Taiwas. With this rune, we've got justice, which is why we've got the eagle, honor, justice, honor, sacrifice, loyalty, and victory. So this is the rune that's bringing you in a victory. You've waited for it. You're being recognized for your sacrifice and your hard work. And you're also being protected while you're going through the energies of this week. So this card is here to protect you and bring you victory this week. And then we'll go through these cards at the end of the reading. And let's go ahead and pick your week of cards. Okay, so this one is a true Rider-Waite tarot deck. It is, I got it upside down. It is a holographic looking deck. So it's really beautiful to look at. So let's see what messages we can get for you today. Okay, so for Sunday, you're coming in with the Ace of Swords. You've got some brand new ideas, a brand new idea, or justice coming in for you, okay? Where there's been hesitation, that hesitation is over. Whether it's something, whether you're writing a book and you've had writer's block, whether you've had some legal blockages, or whether you've just needed to have clearer thoughts to go forward for your impact and your power around your message. This is coming in for you this week. You're getting new ideas. There might be some new conflicts, okay? And you're definitely getting mental clarity with this card. That's your Sunday. Mental clarity. Very good. Woo! Monday, we got an 8 of Swords. So you're going to be feeling like you're constricted. You're not really as bound and desperate as it looks here. It's not as bleak. You're in a situation where that's all around you, but that's not the message of this card. The really cool message of this card is that it's self-imposed. You've given yourself these restrictions, or you've accepted these restrictions, okay? By allowing people in your life that really aren't serving you. That's one of the main reasons how. Or sticking around in a situation too long that isn't serving you, that's impacting your life with restrictions, or isolation, or imprisonment, okay? So you're going to have to step out of it. You can change it for all of your future. You can literally turn your future around once you realize this is the Matrix card, okay? Like in the Matrix, where all of a sudden everything starts making sense. Once it starts making sense, your restrictions are over here. This is the moment just before it starts making sense in the Matrix. So that's your Monday card. And then we've got the Wheel of Fortune. I hope you can see these. I've maybe got too many lights on. Okay, so Wheel of Fortune. This is really cool. This is actually, it's Hermes and Anubis combined. It's Hermanubis, I think is what it is. So a really cool energy there. And then you've got your elements and guardians of the elements around you. With the Wheel of Fortune, the decision is yours. Okay, the decision is yours to make. You've got fortune coming in. It is a turning point. You've got luck on your side. Everything, all luck is on your side. All eyes of luck are on you. And it's just up for you to step up and take your turn at the wheel and pick your luck. Monday, Tuesday, that's Wednesday. So Wednesday, you're going to feel very fortunate. You're going to get some good luck and fortune. By Thursday, you're getting a 2 of Wands, and you may feel like you're waiting for something to come in, okay? You've got your map, you're connected with your cell phone or whichever. You got your GPS. You're waiting for your tracking, like from UPS, that kind of thing. It should be here. Where's the package? It should be here. That kind of thing. So whether it's a package or you're waiting for some results or you're just waiting for your ship to come in some fashion, that's where you're going to be at. The good news is that it is coming in. Okay, there just might be a delay. It could be because the ship's held up, lost direct. You know how it is. If there's some kind of shipping delay, but it's on its way. All the good from your Wheel of Fortune is really on its way. By Friday, you've got the Page of Cups. So this is you being studious. It could be a new love. It could be a situation where you can volunteer at work even, okay, and give out some compassion and love that way. So you may be doing some volunteering. But this is definitely a message of positive emotions, that something good, exciting, and happy is going to be happening for you. Some feel-good times on Friday. And by Saturday, you're going to be doubting your strength. You're going to be using your strength. You're going to find it. But where you've had some doubts in your courage, doubts in your charisma, and your personal empowerment, okay, your personal goddess status, you're going to be finding all of that and being able to use it in a gentle way. And you're going to see how powerful you really are. And then to end your week, we've got the 2 of Cups. So you're going to have somebody on your side that's supporting you, that sees things the same way that you see things. Somebody that is really balanced with you emotionally right now, with where you're at, the things that you feel strong about. This could be a new romance. It could be a renewal for your partnership that you already have. And, this could also be a new opportunity for a business partner as well. So you're going to find that maybe by Saturday. Look forward to Saturday for something new in some kind of relationship. Okay, that's going to be very supportive. Okay, so let's take a look at your higher wisdom, your higher self, the message that you need to know. This is like a dream deck, a dream vision deck. So the images are a little bit surreal. Okay. We've got Night Ride. We've got 2 owls being protective of each other, riding on the back of an elephant who's very wise and also very slow. And remember, elephants never forget. So you might be finding some personal wisdom this week through your memories by doing some personal meditation and recall. And your guides through this will be the owls. You may even see an owl this week. Your meditation may take you a long way from home. Okay, so where you are at now may be far away from some points that you began at earlier in your life. So you may be taking some really deep dives in your meditation. And there's an elephant to prove my point. Your elephant is literally taking you on a very slow journey back to where you need to see something. There's an enlightenment that you need because you aren't taking this look backwards. But this elephant is going to take you there, and it's going to bring you a lot of healing and restoration. Okay, so the next thing. Under my umbrella, so your higher self, your spirit guide is telling you that you are under their umbrella for this journey. You're emotionally protected and safe, and you're going to be fine to revisit some of those skeletons in your closet. There's a message, there's a gift that you're going to be getting out of this. One of the things that you might be getting is the perfect key. Okay, so with the perfect key, let's ask this question. Does it lock something away forever? Does it lock something away for safekeeping forever? Or does it unlock anything? Or does it do both? Or can it do something else entirely? So the perfect key isn't limited to what you see or think its function is. It can lock, it can unlock, it can even transform. You could take flight with the key that you're going to find in this meditation and this journey, this inner spiritual journey that you're about to take. And I'm telling you, when Spirit comes in this strong and says, you need to go on a journey, I'm going to take you to revisit some things. Don't worry, you're under my umbrella. When Spirit comes out this strong and says it laid out like that, I'm going to tell you something. You're going there. So you're going to go in there, whether it's in a dream, whether it's some kind of deja vu, you're going to have this moment. Spirit's going to give you this moment, and it's going to give you the perfect key. So Spirit wants you to know right now that you're going to be handed this beautiful gift that is going to be, a key that's magical. Be ready for it. Okay, first you're going to be ready for the answers, the safety under the umbrella, what it is you're going to learn, and then the conclusion is the key. So you have to be ready for all of this for your conclusion to understand your key. But Spirit is trusting that you know that this is time right now. You're mature enough. Spirit has kept you in a protective nest. Okay, so you've come out of some things. You've seen some things. And you're in a safety nest right now. You may not have realized it. Your blockages in life, your, what you haven't been able to expand into, or that those small steps forward, or literally just standing still, has been Spirit protecting you. And before you take the step to move forward and get this superpower, you are going to go through this meditation. But you're going to have to trust in your umbrella, honey. You really got to trust that Spirit's got you. That it's a divine plan and you are living it. And enjoy the journey. It's going to be fun. It's going to be absurd. It's going to be protective. You're going to be protected. So even if it's, seems a little absurd and like, what? You want me to ride this little crazy deer or whatever it is? You're going to be fine. You're going to be taking your voyage in life, moving forward in life. It's not going, in other words, you may not be coloring in the lines. Spirit has a plan for you that isn't so traditional, that you may have some surrealness or absurdity looking things to help get you. And I don't mean like anarchist. I mean like, like those eagles in Lord of the Rings that came down and, helped them fly away. You are going to be taking chariots from Spirit to get you where you need to go. And it looks different than what everybody else is driving. Okay? It just does. But that's your path. That's your path. And you're going to stop being blocked when you can accept this. And you can accept that that's your protection from Spirit. And it becomes natural to you. Okay? It's part of your key. Be blessed. Okay, so if you picked pile 3, this is your reading. You've got lavender jade as your guiding stone for this week. This is a stone of serenity and compassion, and it helps us release despair, cynicism, anger. So this stone is saying that, hey, it might be warranted. You may have had some things in your life where you deserve to feel all that anger and cynicism and despair, okay? But Spirit is saying, here are my wings this week, my lavender healing wings. And you're going to feel that soft touch of an angel this week to lift you up and help guide you through every energy that you have to face each day this week, because your angel is tired of you going through this. It's time for you to heal. Okay, so these cards are for the end of your reading. Let's set those aside. Actually, we will start with your rune card. So, woo, look at that powerful card. You got Hagelas. This is a card about endings and beginnings. Okay, so we're like where the circle ends and starts. So, transformation, radical change, disruption, and even completion. Okay, completion of something. So you could just be at a point where you're completing something and you're ready to start something new. You see the scorpion on there with its tail up, it circles the shape of the moon. It has poison in its tail. So at, the circle, there is a poison in there. When this circle is over, the poison is that something may be leaving to start your new circle. Okay, to start your new cycle. So that's really the poison of this. Sometimes we have the choice in what leaves. We can choose what's going. Sometimes it is literally divine who chooses that for us, because that's who's making our plan in our cycles and knows what's best for what's ahead for us. So Hagelas is coming in to tell you you've got the strength to handle this. Okay. There will be a poison, but you got a new cycle and fulfillment coming. You've reached fulfillment, so you're going to start a new one, a new cycle. Okay, so it's been a while since I've used this deck. It is a little bit different. Okay, it's kind of like cartoony, or it looks basic, right? It looks like little basic sketches, but it can have some pretty deep meaning. Woo! Well, we're going to pull one of those. We'll just pull the first one. Sunday, you've got Apprentice of Clouds. Look at you, Magician. And Ambition. Okay, so with the Apprentice of Clouds and Ambition, you've got creativity. Thought is coming in. There could be some legal issues that you're handling. Okay, there could be some conversations that you're handling, some ideas that you're handling. Some ambition from others or yourself that you're handling. You're either trying to see where you can take your ambition, or you may be trying to guide someone else's away from you. But that's what you've got coming in on Sunday. Let's make sure these are shuffled pretty good. I am not good at shuffling these cards. Okay, let's pick another card. Sunday, Monday. We've got the Hierophant. So, unlearn. That's really interesting that they put that on this card, because when we normally think of the Hierophant, that's the card where you've got that, wizard standing there with a lantern, and he's on this deserty, hilly looking kind of surreal place that looks kind of frightening and desolate. And he's looking within. That's a symbol of going within and looking at all the skeletons within the closet, right? So it's saying unlearn. On Monday, you're going to be unlearning some things that have been what you thought were just the way to proceed in life. I'm not talking about like inner knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're unlearning bad habits. You're going to be unlearning codependency. You're going to be unlearning things that make your life tragic, with tragic idealism, narcissistic beliefs or experiences. Oh my gosh, perfect card. You're unlearning some things. You're unlearning some harm that's been done to you and some dysfunctional behavior. So that doesn't mean that you're going to be experiencing something bad. It just means that you might be experiencing, look at that. That's a new way to handle this. Look how that person did that. That is something I want to adapt into my life. So, the Book of Wisdom is opened up for you on Monday, and you're going to find some healing in learning how to have some new habits with your base way of handling things. Okay? Pretty cool. Pretty cool power. I like that one. Okay. And then we've got Apprentice of Gems. Efficiency. Woo. Okay. So this is like the Page of Coins. So it is about being patient. Okay, because pages can have that. There could be a new job, a raise coming in, something that's going to make your life more efficient. So some kind of new thing monetarily coming in that's going to make your life more efficient. Pretty good. Pay attention to that for Tuesday. And then we've got the 10 of Lightning, and this is a burden. This is like the 10 of Wands, where you're carrying 10 wands all the way up a hill to a castle. You've got a long way to go. It's drudgery. You're overburdened. Literally. You're literally overburdened right now. And I'm going to say that might be hard to see the lessons, the good lessons that are coming in for you, because you are overburdened. But that's why you're seeing this reading right now, so you can be aware and not lose out. You've got a lot of stress and exhaustion going on, and too many burdens. The news of this, though, is that you're almost home. You've just got that last mile to go, those last few steps to go. And then you can unburden yourself. And you've done a really good job of carrying this weight that you've been carrying. Okay, so recognition. So this is Thursday, I think. 6 of Clouds, transition. Okay, so you're going to be transitioning. Sometimes this means that you're going to be moving locations. With the efficiency there, you may be moving jobs. You could be moving homes. Maybe it's time to consider that as well. But a lot of times, because I'm seeing the ambition and the unlearn here, this could mean that you're moving out of a way of thinking or, taught way of thinking into something new. So that dysfunctional belief that you started with in life, you're going to be taking your memories, okay, what you hold dear, and you're going to leave. You're going to leave that method of doing things. You're going to be going into a new method to handle life. Okay? So it's going to be, that's non-dysfunctional. This could mean that maybe even you were an alcoholic, or you are, you've got some dependency, and you're leaving that for something new without dependency. That kind of thing. Okay? So congratulations. Wow. Awesome. Awesome for you. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Thursday, you've had it. You want something new. You're out of here. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. You've got perspective. Okay, so here's your ambition. You're getting a shift of perspective. You're done carrying this burden. You're ready to get into a new way of living. You're done with it. You've repeated, rinsed and repeat this many a times. You come home, have that drink. You go to work, think about that drink. You come home, have that drink. You go to work, think about that drink. You're hurting your family. Your family's hurting you. You're hearing things that might not be the way they said them. This isn't the way you wanted to live. It wasn't you're not being your own hero. It's not efficiently working for your happiness. And your perspective is going to come in. That's going to carry you. That perspective that comes in is going to carry you through this transformation. Okay, through this decision to leave it all behind. Not all behind, but to leave that dysfunction habit. So that perspective is going to come in for you. And it's going to give you a way to be self-sufficient. Yeah, which is what you need, because you're leaving people that are trying to keep you in this. Okay, let's move this deck around a little bit for your last card. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. This is Saturday. Saturday's going to be moving quick for you. Now that you've made this decision, you do not know it, but you've got people there waiting to support you. And they're going to help move you into where you need to be. If you need to go to a domestic violence shelter, you're going to get in. If you need to be, whatever it is that you are moving towards right here with this new perspective, the quickness of this happening is going to, it's like the schedule's already made out for you. Once you make up your mind here, then it's like, just say go and press the easy button because it's happening now. Okay. And that's Friday. Okay. So let's go ahead. Congratulations, by the way. I'm very proud of you because this is a tipping point in life and you made the decision to get there. You made the decision, literally, you made the decision to leave that pain behind and go on into a new cycle without it because you've learned something. And now your spirit guides have a few more cards for some higher messages to help you out through this transition. Okay, so like a bird, what spirit is going to do for you, what your intuitive guides are going to do for you, is take you through this situation where you're going to unlearn a lot by rising above it. Okay, so you're going to basically rise above it like a bird, and you're going to be able to see things from a bird's eye view. Not being attached or within it or surrounded by it or drowned by it or, shoes stuck to the ground. You're going to be up in the air, seeing it from a safe distance, and you're going to see the whole lay of the land. And that's what's going to help you with this new perspective, okay? Spirit is bringing this in for you. Brand new perspective. It's bringing you transformation. You're going to be a new person. Your life's going to be brand new. Every bit of this message is about a new perspective, learning, and transformation. You're going to be transforming. You're keeping your treasured memories. You're not going to have any loss. You're taking those with you, okay? So what is a part of you is going with you. What you're going to be leaving behind is what you need to unlearn. Not what you need to forget, what you need to unlearn. What's dysfunctional. That's really the growth that you're going to be taking in this new cycle. So don't be afraid, because that's all you're going to be leaving is what you need to unlearn. And you're going to be able to see everything so much more clearly. Can you hear me? Okay, I don't know if you can see there's a shell down here. One of the winding Fibonacci shells. So your sacred self is saying, your ancestors and so on are reaching out to you saying, you need to break the chains. It is up to you to break the chains. You've had it. Look at this. The water is emotion. These are your tears that you have cried. Your ancestors are in those tears saying to you, do you want this for the next generations? If you don't, then listen to me. It's time to unlearn and change. This is a sincerely real message, and it has found you at the right time. It's time for you to touch the sky like a bird. You've been held down. I'm talking to somebody right now that's been held down by family dysfunction so strong that you do not know what it's like to soar. Your emotions have barely been able to be happy throughout your lifetime because you're burdened down by all of this codependent dysfunction, okay, and bad patterns of life. But it's time for you to touch the sky, and Spirit is going to take you there safely. You're getting a new direction, so be ready. Don't fear it. Don't fear it at all. You're going to be getting an efficient new direction, and you're going to be done with this burden. Okay? Because you're going to unlearn something, and you're going to be able to be proud. You're going to have to forgive yourself. You're going to get a new direction, and you're going to be able to forgive yourself, those around you, and you're going to be able to start new memories with what you've brought with you. You see what I mean? So like what you've taken with you, what you've loved, what you've held on to, what you brought. I mean, you're not saving your enemies. This is for you. This is your cycle. They are going to have to save themselves by maybe learning by watching you. But this is a transition for you. And you've got to make the decision to do it. It's time. It's time for your new direction. If not, the worst part about this message is when you try to hold back that cycle, that poison ends up biting you. That poison that's ending that old cycle, that takes something out, okay, and it wants to take out your dysfunction because the divine and spirit believes in you and the quality within you that you haven't been able to be. But if you fail or try to hold back this cycle change, you try to hold back this new direction, then the poison's going to bite you and you're going to sink. Okay? Spirit has set everything up so that you're not going to. You just have to let it take place and be ready for the transition and the new perspective to get rid of that burden. Okay? They're even going to make it easy by the action being so easy to do for you. It's going to come in quickly. Be blessed with your new life.